Welcome to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. It is, of course, brought to you by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. We've got the great coaches from Osage, home of the Indians, with us. It is men's coach Jeff Hinshaw, women's coach David Volkart with us this week. You guys having really pretty good seasons so far. It's funny, it's kind of all relative, because even when you're having a good season, you have down times, where you have a bad game here and there, and you just have to deal with that. Very rare do you get the season where you never have any speed bumps, right?
100%, yeah. And we tell our guys, it's all, right now, it's all information for us to process and learn from, whether it's a win, loss, even within those results. We're just trying to learn the areas that we need to improve. For ourselves and especially our teammates as well.
And I'm guessing that's one of the things you learn as you put in more years as a coach. Can't get too high, can't get too low. You just kind of have to stay steady.
Absolutely. It's about growth. I just talked with our team the other day about, I watched a reel from Kentucky's coach, and he was talking about achievement. Everybody thinks it's about achievement, and that's a farce. It's really about growth, because once you achieve one goal, there's another one ahead of it.
Yeah.
So we're talking about growth, and as a team, I'm really proud of our growth this year.
Absolutely, that's fantastic. And of course, high school sports, we make a lot about the wins and the losses, and that is important, but high school sports is about learning life skills and how to get through the rest of your life. And man, you get coaches on here, they'll tell you learn more in sports
100%.
Than you do in the classroom a lot of the times, and a lot of different things you can't learn in the classroom. So for the ladies, the Osage ladies so far this year, you've had win streaks of 5 and 3 and 2 in a row. So that's pretty nice. Got to be pleased with that.
Oh, absolutely. We're very pleased on where we are. We talk a lot about where we were a year ago to where we are now. And we're really pleased in the direction we're going. We had a speed bump Friday night against a good Elias team, but it's a learning opportunity. And we got back at it today, our practice this morning, and we worked really hard, had a really good practice, one of the best practices we've had in a while. So that was good to see that out of our kids.
Yeah, sometimes those losses are a good wake-up call. It's like, oh boy, we can't just coast here. We got to really work at it. The guys, Coach Hinshaw, have had 5 and 4 game win streaks. Yep. Got to be happy with that.
Definitely. We've had some, again, it's all about trying to stay even kill. We've had some high moments, some low moments. Fortunately, our low moments, we've done a good job of bouncing back from. Hopefully we can do that this week. Coming off a couple tough matchups with Eugene in a really physical and strong Boonville team. They kind of beat us up a little bit. Definitely some information for us to learn from and try to improve, and hopefully we can bounce back this week.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed with your guys' team this year is you've lost to some good teams this year. We're talking Bolivar, we're talking Eugene, Boonville. You usually win the games, at least this year, that you're supposed to win, and you're definitely in those harder games usually.
Yeah, and it's when you start evaluating, hey, who's a good loss and who's a bad loss, especially at this point of the season, it's not necessarily just about that bad loss. Not all losses hurt the same, not all wins feel the same, but just within those games evaluating, hey, what is it that we can improve from moving forward, looking down the road at our conference schedule that's about to get heavy here after this week, and then definitely our district schedule as well.
Yeah, districts are right around the corner, and we'll talk more about that a little bit later here in the show. So Lake TV has done games with both of your teams, both the girls and the guys. The girls win over Camdenton. That was an impressive win over a Camdenton team that's coming on here as the season goes on. We did your loss to a really good Bolivar team. That was a really competitive game. You were in that game the whole way, and Bolivar is really good. And we've got more of your games coming up here this month in February. We've got your boys game against Versailles this week at home, so that'll be fun. And then we've got a doubleheader later in the month on February 19th, the Rivalry Showdown, where you guys are at Eldon this year. And first the girls will play, and on February 19th, that game should start around 6 o'clock. That'll be live on Lake TV, followed by the boys game. That'll be a lot of fun. I love doing those doubleheader games. It makes for a long night, but it's great to see the girls and the guys back to back. It's a lot of fun. Do you do a lot of games like that where you have to play back to back?
That might be the only one, right?
Yeah.
Really?
No, we don't.
Okay, so that'll be extra fun then. We're looking forward to that. Okay, so when we come back on the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show, we'll talk about the districts, we'll talk about the playoffs, what are right around the corner and how their teams are doing. So don't go anywhere. It is the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show.
What's like and follow?
Phones are very distracting. Which is why Missouri now has a law against holding a phone while driving.
Dude, what are you doing? You can't hold your phone while driving.
Yeah, it's illegal. Buckle up.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers pediatrics at 2 lake locations and 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic, offering same-day appointments. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone, whether you live at the lake or just here visiting. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're kicking off our President's Day sale. We've got discounts up to 60% off for every room in the house. But not only that, we're going to allow you to do the discount and interest-free financing for up to 36 months. Come check us out, Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
Welcome back to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. We're focusing on the Osage Indians. Both the girls and the boys teams having really good seasons. The guys 11-6, the girls 12-5. So a lot of the key with a team is mixing the older and the younger, getting the veterans to help the younger players come along and stuff. How is that mix working for the guys so far this year?
It's working well. I mean, we've got a pretty veteran team. Mostly, the majority of our rotation are junior and senior. 7 seniors kind of in that mix. So they're bought into each other. The younger guys that play have been playing for a while. They're bought into each other and trying to sacrifice and really celebrating each other's success. We had a good moment despite the loss against Boonville where we had our senior post, Blake Harrison, got his 1,000th point.
Nice.
So we were able to, early in the game, we were able to take a 30-second and see our guys kind of rush out and celebrate him and then kind of snap back into it and continue to compete. So yeah, it's been good. It's always trying to find, right now the biggest hiccup is flu season. That's kind of messed with some rotations so getting guys back in, how healthy are they? So that's an interesting hurdle for us to kind of navigate right now. We'll probably be without a starter tomorrow. But yeah. So.
Yeah, that flu season stinks, man, because
there's
nothing you can do about that. I mean, it just is what it is. And in the Osage program, the men, you've had a really good mix of young players coming up. You mentioned the 7 seniors this season, but they've been playing on the varsity level for the last 2-3 years. And you've got some younger guys kind of coming along the same way. Jackson Long, a junior, and some sophomores, so that's looking good. How about for the girls, the mix of veterans and younger players? How's that working this year?
It's working well. We've got, I think I talked about it last time on it, we've got 7 juniors that have been playing a lot of varsity minutes as they've come up through the program. And then also on our varsity group, Addie Dickerson is a freshman who is contributing quite a bit. So we've got a pretty good mix. And then we've got some other younger players on the JV program that are also doing well. So it's been a good mix, and things are going well.
Yeah, that's good when you got a bunch of younger players getting some time, getting some minutes, because it's going to pay off for you in the years to come. That's good. And when you got 7 juniors, wow, next year's looking pretty good. How important, what gets lost, I think, in high school sports and even college sports is the administration, right? I mean, you guys have your team, you run, you practice, you do all that, but your school administration probably plays a role in how successful or unsuccessful you can be. How does that work at Osage? Do they really help you, your school administration there, in having a basketball program?
Definitely. I mean, we've got everywhere's got their problems. We got Osage problems, which are pretty good problems to have.
Yeah.
We're supported well, and anytime we run into issues, it starts with Mr. Gint, and he just does a great job of trying to find a solution as best he can, which is usually a pretty good solution. So, I mean, the support, not just for us as coaches, but our kids. I mean, they have a lot of support. Their teachers work well with them, and that comes from the top with Miss Bruner. But yeah, so we're fortunate to be where we're at.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really good. That doesn't happen in all schools. Sometimes the administration kind of fights the sports programs. I don't know of any around here, but I'm sure it happens.
Yeah, and I think our administrators understand the importance of high school athletics and the benefit it can bring teaching kids about life. So that's huge.
Absolutely. And how about for the girls?
Same. I deal a lot with Tom as the athletic director and Mr. Ginn, and he's very easy to work with. Anything that we want or that he can do, he does for us. Scheduling wise, we try to work through that too. But no, and the principals are good too. So we've been really fortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I've heard Coach Jolly of the football team say the same thing. I mean, the administration is awesome how much they try to help us and chip in, and that's pretty important. So the postseason, the district tournament, really just a few weeks away now. It's kind of coming fast. What would you like to see your team, what steps would you like to see your team make before districts get here?
Number one thing is improve our physicality and our toughness level. We're a pretty skilled group. We score the ball well. Our first possession defense is pretty good. I think one thing that we kind of lose sight of is we can't start to play offense until we get the ball. So keeping people off the offensive boards, I think, is one area that we can really improve. And a lot of that, there's not necessarily a technique that we need to improve, strategy. We've just got to do a better job of holding ourselves accountable in practice every day. And building those habits so when stuff gets hard in the second half against Boonville, we don't end up giving double-digit offensive rebounds in a half.
Right.
So,
and that's a work thing, man. Those rebounds is all about work, you know. And how about for the girls? What steps would you like to take before the districts get here?
So I would like to see us be a little bit more patient. Like, we like to get up and down. But I hit it on this last time I was here that there's going to be teams that don't allow you that aren't going to get turned over and not allow you to get up and down the floors fast. So we're going to have to grind it out some in the half court. And it starts in practice. You know, we talked about competing with each other in practice and making it hard to catch, making it hard to get through, screens, all those things. Little things like that are championship level things that you have to do on a daily. And we're learning that, and hopefully we get that fixed for District Run, which is in a month.
Yeah, it's coming. And speaking of those districts, we'll take a look at the boys and the girls districts, how the other teams in the district are doing, both in tough districts this year. So that'll be fun. So don't go anywhere. We'll talk about that when we come back on the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show.
Lake life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with LakeExpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories, and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter.
For our Lake area teams, they've got their eye on the prize this season with big aspirations.
And basketball can be similar to driving, where sometimes it can be a matter of focus and attention.
Distracted driving led to over 25 fatal crashes on Missouri roadways in 2024 alone.
So be a part of the solution and not another statistic.
Always remember to buckle up and put your phones down. This reminder to drive safe, boat safe, brought to you by Price & Randall, Injury Attorneys.
Welcome back to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show, talking with the coaches of the Osage Indians, Coach Jeff Hinshaw and Coach David Volkart. Both teams having really good seasons so far. The guys 11-6, the girls 12-5 going into this week's play. So as we look ahead to postseason district tournament time coming up, I think you're hosting.
Correct.
Your tournament. Where's your tournament at this year?
It is at California.
California.
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to have to travel. You're at home, so that's nice. For the guys, really tough district this year. You've got Blair Oaks at 13-2 going into this. 15-2.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, Blair Oaks is going to be tough. Southern Boone 14-3, I think, going into this week.
Yep.
And then Eldon is good this year,
Yep.
and Booneville is really tough and strong this year. California, I mean, is pretty tough. I mean, you don't have an easy team in that. All but one team in your district are above 500.
And the team that's not just played, if they're not right now, the next rankings they should be, assuming they take care of business this week. Southern Boone should be a top 10 team right now, and they had them down at half. California was winning at half. They've been competitive in all their games. Coach Clee Thermos, he does just a great job. His kids play hard. I don't think this is the most talented group they've had over the past decade or so, but when you break down their effort, they are always going to give themselves a chance to win, and they're tough at home, which that's where our district's at.
That's where you are. Yeah.
So if that's the quote-unquote weakest team in our district, that's not a good district to be in.
It'll give you nightmares, man. There is no team that we just reeled off, Blair Oaks, Southern Boone, you guys, Osage is really good, Eldon, Booneville, California. If they get hot, they can't win that district.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty spooky as a coach. All right, for the girls, right? And again, you guys are having a great season, 12-5. You've got a Booneville team that's 13-3, I think at last check. Blair Oaks 11-7, Eldon 10-7. They lost a key player, so they're struggling a bit. California's 11-8. Southern Boone, again, all but one of those teams above 500.
Yeah, and Southern Boone has won, I think, 3 or 4 in a row. So they're getting closer to 500. And they're all conference schools.
Yeah.
So that makes your conference games a little bit more interesting as well, because that not only for conference standings, but for district seeds, there won't be any secrets. You know, we're going to be familiar with each other, which is good and bad. So we know we're going to have to play well going down the stretch and give ourselves a chance to play for that district title.
Absolutely. And you guys just had, I think, the first tournament. It was a bank tournament, right? That you hosted recently, and I think St. Elizabeth was in there.
Yep.
I think they ended
the
up
Mid-America Bank.
The Mid-America Bank, Classic.
Yep.
Is that going to do? Are you guys going to do that every year?
Yeah, we've been doing it for several years.
Oh, you have? Okay,
yeah.
so it's not the first time. That was a lot of good teams in there.
Yeah,
and fun games to watch.
Absolutely. Last year it wasn't as strong of a field, and this year it was.
Yeah.
St. Elizabeth is very good, and so is Branson. Camden, Lebanon.
Yeah.
I mean, Iberia's strong this year. I mean, it was just a really good, and Eldon and us, it was just a really good tournament.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was
enjoyed
very,
watching.
very even.
Much like the boys Eldon tournament that I watched over the weekend, last weekend. A lot of great teams in there, a lot of fun competition. So before, we only got about 1 minute left. I didn't get to this the last show, so I got to do it this time. So your favorite TV shows of all time. Now, you're both a lot younger than me, so what was your favorite TV show growing up of all time? Or
not necessarily growing up, maybe like Power Rangers or something when I was growing up, I don't know, but in my adult life, probably Friday Night Lights. I know it's football coaching, but kind of highlights the life of a high school coach to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But it really kind of shows you what it takes from not just the coach, but his family. So shout out my wife for making it possible for me to sacrifice the time and energy it takes to be a high school coach at a high level. So
no doubt. That's good, Friday Night Lights. How about for you?
So we talking movie or TV show?
Either one, but TV. Let's do TV. We'll do movie.
TV show, I'm going to go with Seinfeld.
Okay. You like to laugh then, huh?
Absolutely.
The show about nothing, right? No soup for you.
Exactly.
Greatness. Okay. So there they are, the coaches of the Osage Indians, Jeff Hinshaw, David Volkart. Thank you guys for coming by. Appreciate it. Look forward to doing your games in February. So we'll be talking to you then. And thank you so much for joining us for the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show.
Download the free Lake TV app.